Hey, I'm Andy and this is Namaste at Home Yoga. Today we have for you a shoulder opener, chest opener, upper back opening practice. So grab your mat, find a little bit of space. Let's get started. You can find yourself down into a comfortable seated position to begin. Get your sit bones grounded into your mat. Allow the hands to rest on the knees, maybe at the sides. Start to draw up through the top of the head. Get really tall here. Find that length in the spine. Then allow the gaze to soften or eyes may be closed. As we take our moment to check in, meeting the body where it's at today. Are there areas that we are taking care of? And how is that breath moving? Can we feel the lungs filling from bottom to top? Feel that gentle expansion of the ribs. Easy contraction as the lungs empty. Soft pouring out of the breath. If you'd like to bring a focus to mind this morning, now is a great time to do that. If nothing else, I'll just have you focus on that breath. Maybe kindness to your body today. You can gently bring palms through center, pressing them together. Send the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back and away. You can drop the chin towards the chest and softly opening the eyes if they're closed. Bring the hands once more to rest either back on the knees or at either side, just encouraging that tall spine to stay. With your next exhale, we're going to let the right ear melt down towards the right shoulder. Next exhale, slow roll, chin towards the chest. Finding an inhale coming up through center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll it down, chin to chest. Nice, inhale back up through center. One more time each side. Exhaling, right ear, right shoulder. Next exhale rolls you down. One breath here. Inhale floats you back up, either side, left ear, left shoulder. Exhale, slow roll down, chin to chest. You can find your way back through your tall spine, and we'll make our way into our tabletop to warm up through the spine. Hands come to rest under shoulders, knees are under hips. Coming into a cat-cow, we'll drop that belly as we inhale, head, chest, and hips lift. Exhaling to ground through the hands, through the knees, around the spine. Inhale, belly drops, head, chest, hips lift. Exhale, round. One more, inhaling, find that expansion, open up. Exhale, round. Awesome. Find your way through a neutral spine and just inviting a little bit of lateral movement here. We're going to send both the head and the tailbone over towards the right side of your mat. Activate your right obliques a little bit to help hold. Breathing into the left side body. Feel that expansion. You can find your way through center, and then head and tailbone both go left. Left obliques engaged. Creating space through the right side of the body. Beautiful. Come on back through center. We're going to make our way down to forearms, opening up through the T-spine or mid-spine a little bit more. Right hand can find the right ear, and then moving with the breath, we'll inhale to open, little rotation, elbow lifts towards the sky. Exhale to bring you back down through neutral. Inhale, open. Exhale, come on down. 2 more, your pace. Following your breath. No rush going through this one today. Once you are done on that side, you can shift over to the other arm. The left hand finds the left ear. As you inhale, we start to open. Exhale brings it back down. Each inhale opens, inviting space. Exhale, lower. 2 more here. Follow your breath. Or can you extend it just a little bit more? Last one. Awesome. Hands can find the mat once more. Let's send hips back towards the heels. Take a child's pose. Knees can be hip distance, maybe mat width apart. Letting the forehead melt towards the mat. Shoulders relax. Inviting more space into the side of the body. Walk your hands to the right side of your mat. Stack them palm over palm. And then exhale, start to send the hips back and away. Creating that space. Feeling that expansion in and around the ribs. And hands walk back through center, over to the left side of your mat. Same thing, stacking palm over palm. Exhale, send the hips back and away. Breathing into the right side body. Excellent. Hands can find their way back through center. Inhale through your tabletop. One more opener while we're here. Shift that weight over into the left hand. Right arm is going to inhale to open up towards the sky. Exhale, sweeping it through, palm up. Shoulder and ear can come to rest. Taking a couple breaths here. Maybe finding some space in the shoulder blades. Or in between the shoulder blades, rather. And then get strong through that left hand, press down. Inhale, opens back up. Really reach that arm up to sky. Exhale, replace the hand on the mat. Coming into our second side. Left hand can inhale, open to sky. Exhale, sweeps it through, palm up. Shoulder and ear come to rest. Right hand has gentle pressure down into the mat, as much or as little support as you need there. Very nice. One more. Press through that right hand. Inhale to open up. Stretch it all the way to the ceiling. Exhaling, hands find the mat once more. Let's tuck the toes and the hips up and back, settling into a down dog. Just taking a moment here to pedal it out, maybe weight shift side to side. Whatever you need to do here. You can let the chest start to melt down towards the mat, towards the thighs. Gazes back between the legs. Taking an inhale, send the right leg high. Step it between the hands. Left foot is going to find the mat, setting up for warrior two. Heel comes parallel with the short edge of your mat. Opening up so shoulders stack over top of hips. Rather than staying in our warrior two today, we're going to add a little bit of movement with our breath. So flip the palms to sky. Arms in line with shoulders. As you inhale, extend that front leg, arms reach overhead, gaze can lift. Exhale, palms flip down, come back to your lunge, press in, lower. Inhale, palms flip up, reach, extend. Exhale, sink down, lower, press. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, come on down, 2 more. Move with that breath, your pace. Inhale, float. Exhale, grounded, last one. Very nice. Right elbow can find the right thigh. Left arm sweeps forward and up, extended side angle. Let the shoulders melt away from the ears, but finding that long line from your fingertips out the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Press down through the right foot, really grounded. Inhale, float back up. Exhale, frame your foot, step back, down dog. We'll get set for our second side. Left leg inhales high. Step between the hands. Right heel comes down, side of the foot parallel with that short edge. Upper body floats up when you're ready. Finding that breath again, palms can flip up if they're not already there. With the inhale, lifting overhead, gaze can come with it. Exhale, press down. Inhale, lift. Exhaling, sink. Very nice. Inhale, get strong, get tall. Exhale, melt. 2 more, your pace. Moving however you need. What feels good today? Excellent. Left arm can find that left leg. Right arm is sweeping forward and up. Create that long, strong line. Energy right up those fingertips up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. And grounded through that left foot. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, make your way down. Frame the foot, step back, down dog. Finding just a little bit of core activation today. We'll bring ourselves forward into a plank. Shoulders under hips. You can go from the toes or from the knees today. Take your pick, see what fits you best. And then through the upper back, think about really pressing the floor away from you, pressing your mat away from you. You can even start to dome a little bit between the shoulder blades. Nice. Core stays really strong, long line from the top of the head all the way down to the knees or down to the toes. Last one. Exhale, drop the knees and tuck the toes. Take a child's pose. Start to walk the hands back towards you. You're gonna make your way up into a kneeling position. If you need to double up the mat underneath the knees just to give them a little bit more cushion, please do. We're gonna find our way up so that knees are hip distance, feet about the same. Toes can be tucked or untucked. This part is totally up to you, your preference. From here, opening up through the chest a little bit more. Hands can find their way to the backs of hips, like you're putting your hands into back pockets. Draw the shoulders down and away from the ears and start to pull the elbows together, really opening up through the chest. Core stays really strong. Hips are gonna stay stacked over top of the knees. And the most important thing with this one is moving with your breath. At any point, if you feel like that breath is starting to stick or get caught, make your way back up a little bit, ease off a little bit, just listening to the body that way. With your inhale, get really tall. As you exhale, start to draw those elbows back more, maybe drawing a line up and back with the gaze. Finding a gentle back bend, opening through the upper back, broaden the chest. For 3, strong breath, 2, and 1. Inhale, floats you back up. Exhale, release the arms for a moment. We'll go through just one more round, exactly the same way. If you need a little shoulder reset, you can give yourself a little bit of a squeeze, one arm over top of the other. And just so we're even side to side, same thing with the other arm on top. Nice little squeeze there, reaching for opposite shoulders. Beautiful. Hands can find the low back once more, or hip crests, pardon me. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, elbows draw back. Gaze is following up and back. Strong in that breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, come on up. Exhaling, take your child's pose. If you're craving a bit more shoulder release, send the hands back towards the feet. Allow the back to naturally just round over the legs. Let them settle. Wonderful. You can bring yourself back up to that seated position. Send the legs out in front of you. Foot soles can find the mat and opening a little bit more through the upper back. Now, just to even things out, we're going to plant foot soles down. We're going to reach through the legs, crossing the arms, reach for the opposite shin. This might be a little easy. It might be a bit of a challenge to reach your way through. If that's the case, you can grab for opposite forearms or opposite hamstrings, same hamstrings, whatever's available to you today. With this one, not working at your maximum effort, just finding a gentle drop of that chin to chest. Start to round the spine, maybe find a gentle kick away with the legs. Just enough to open through that upper back. Find an inhale to come back up, opposite hand going over top, or opposite hand taking the top spot. When you're ready, exhale, start to round it back, chin tucks towards the chest. This is really for the upper back, a little bit less for the low. Not putting a lot of weight or a lot of pressure into this one, it's just gentle. Inhale, come on back up. Release that for a moment, and we'll bring foot soles to touch. Knees can fall open to sides. Get a gentle hip opener in while we are here. Find that tall spine if you lost it. Exhale starts to draw the chest forward. Maybe it's that small lean for today, or we start to make our way down. Keep that tall, long spine here. Awesome. This is a nice spot. If hands are grabbing for feet, you can give yourself a little bit of a foot massage. Why not? Wonderful. You can find an inhale to make your way back up tall. And just bring yourself to a cross-legged position. If this is more comfortable to sit on a block or a cushion while you're here, feel free just to raise those sit bones slightly, make this one more comfortable. Do what you need to do. You're going to find that tall spine again, and then inviting a gentle twist, led from the core. Inhale to get tall. As you exhale, right hand reaches across to right knee, left hand reaches behind you. Core really fired up, and just finding gentle activation with your breath. Actively squeezing a little bit with each exhale. Maintaining that length in the spine, really good support with your inhales. Exhaling through center, find your way to the other side. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, left hand to left knee, right hand behind you. Little micro adjustments, micro movements. Find length in the spine if it started to fall away. Exhale, float back through center. Go ahead and release that. Let's come into just one more forward fold before we make our way along. Legs can open up into a straddle. You don't necessarily have to find your max straddle for today, but something that just gives you a little bit of sensation to start. Feel free to add a gentle micro bend in the knees. Toes point up towards the ceiling or feet stay relaxed. just avoiding that roll forward. Inhale to get tall, draw the chest forward. Maybe staying in the tall spine is already lots. If not, you can start to walk the hands forward until you feel a little bit of activation through the adductors, maybe hamstrings and calves, depends on where you are tightest. For 3, strong breath, long spine, 2, and 1. Inhale, come on back up. You can collect the legs together once more. Send the feet back behind you. Make our way onto our stomachs. All right. Today, opening through the upper back a little bit more, finding some space in the shoulders. I'd like to activate them first. So we're going to start with arms up overhead. Couple of different options. I'll lead you through kind of step 1, and if that's feeling excellent, stay with that. If you're needing a little bit more, I'll add some variations. Letting the front of the body rest. Forehead or chin can find the mat, your choice. Arms are going to start overhead. Find an inhale to lift them up. As you exhale, draw them back, elbows towards the ribs. If it feels better to find a lift through the head here, please feel free. Extending overhead. Exhale, draws the elbows back. Stick with that or keep following the cues. Inhale, overhead. Open the arms to the sides. Flip the palms over the glutes. Making your way back up. Take your time. It's like doing a really big snow angel on the ground here. Whichever one you're moving through, find yourself 2 or 3 more. Slow, controlled movements. Waking up through the shoulders, finding that strong, active range of motion. Whenever you're done, arms can find the mat once more. Setting up to open through the chest, through the front of the shoulder slightly. We'll start by bringing the right arm out in line with the shoulder. Find a 90-degree bend into your elbow. Left hand can plant, left foot is going to start to reach up and over towards the side wall. You may stay at a hover, maybe toes touch, but respect your body's limits. One thing might feel okay on one side, less so on another. Now hold. Other toes, please. Exhale, come on back through center. Make your way into your second side. Left arm stretching out. Find that 90-degree bend in the elbow, elbow staying in line with shoulder. Right hand finds the mat, right foot starts to reach up and over towards that side wall. Inviting this gentle twist of its space through the front of the shoulder into the chest. Couple more good breaths. Allow that head to rest. And next exhale, can make your way back through center. Hands can find their way under shoulders. Inhale, lift the head and chest, hands hover. And then slide those hands forward, elbows come to rest under shoulders, finding Sphinx. Opening more through the mid-spine. Draw the chest forward as shoulders melt down away from the ears. Gazes towards the front wall. You can make this one more active by spreading the fingers wide, press down through them, and think about pulling yourself forward as though you were doing a seal pull. Not moving anywhere with this one, but creating activation, creating tension. Tension for stability in this case. Next, exhale, releases that down. Can keep the hands out in front of you. Maybe we tuck them back under shoulders for a bit more intensity. Once more, we'll inhale to lift. As you exhale, press through hands, finding more of a cobra. Allowing the glutes to relax. Again, gaze can be forward or maybe it lifts slightly. Shoulders are down away from ears. As you exhale, bring yourself back to the mat. Take your time. Get strong through the core as you press through your tabletop. Making our way into one more child's pose. Hips go back, arms are either forward or back towards the heels once more. Allowing the forehead to melt. You can make your way onto your back over the next couple of breaths. Tuck knees in towards the chest for a moment. Give yourself that little squeeze, little rock side to side. Beautiful. Start to plant the feet just close enough that you can touch your heels. Making your way through our bridge, we'll inhale to lift the hips. Exhale to press down through the heels. Very nice. From here, maybe hands start to shoulder blades start to knife under the body towards each other. Hands start to reach palms towards each other. Finding that activation, maybe that allows hips to come higher. Next, exhale rolls down vertebrae by vertebrae. Hips come down last. Finding a little bit of core activation. Legs can come up like you're sitting in an invisible chair. Hands can come to the tops of the thighs. Keeping the core really strong, minimizing the space between your back and your mat. Inhale to stay. As you exhale, press palms into legs, legs back into palms, creating some tension for yourself to work against. Keep pressing for 3, 2, and 1. Release that down for a little bit. Feet can find the mat. We'll go through one more round. It's nice with that one, you can really work as hard as you want. The more of a push you're giving yourself, the more you will get out of it intensity-wise. All right, let's go for one more round. Go ahead, inhale, feet up towards the side wall, I suppose. Find that invisible chair. Hands are going to rest on the tops of thighs. With your next exhale, pressing hands into legs, legs back into hands. For 3, 2, keep that going. Last one. Exhale, let that go. Fantastic. Okay, next one, a little bit of a different chest opener. We're going to use the hands as you need to find your way back up to a seat. You can send the legs out long. Hands are going to walk just behind the body and then start to lower yourself onto forearms. Cool. Might be a situation that thumbs come to touch or they come close behind the hips. Walk your elbows in slightly. Inhales to lift through the chest here. Find length. Crown of the head is reaching towards the side wall. Core stays engaged here to help us stabilize. Couple more breaths. Inhale, really lift through that chest. Heart is proud here. Very nice. You can walk those elbows out to the sides, release the hands. Finding our back once more. And opening arms up into a T. If you don't quite have room, goalposts will do just as well. Again, inhale, knees up, back to that invisible chair. Exhale, let them fall over towards one side of the room, one side of the mat. Finding a gentle twist. There's another leg variation that you prefer, definitely feel free. If it feels okay, gaze can go opposite to the legs. Left shoulder is really heavy down and towards the mat. Wringing everything out. Next inhale pulls through center. As you exhale, send the knees the other way. Allowing the gaze to maybe start falling towards the right shoulder, right side of the body. Upper body is heavy. Soaking in a couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Strong through that core. Inhale, pull through center. You can send legs out long. Arms overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. And then with an exhale, knees find the chest, forehead to knees. Give yourself a big squeeze here. Big exhale. Opening up onto your back for Shavasana. Take up as much space as you'd like. Allow the feet to flop open. Allow the back to get heavy. Inviting some stillness to the body. Maybe the gaze gets soft or the eyes close. Do a quick scan. Notice if there's any areas that are still holding a little bit of unnecessary tension. Find a big exhale, let that go. We'll come back to the body, back to the moment, wiggling fingers, toes, roll wrists and ankles. Maybe rock the head side to side, massaging at the base of the scalp. You can send those arms overhead once more for one more full body stretch if you would like. And then you can tuck knees into chest, rolling over one side or the other. Just find your way back to your comfortable seat from the start of class. While we're here, we can allow the eyes to close once more as we settle into our tall spine. Feeling that breath as it moves through. Noticing if we've created more space, found some new areas of focus. Just taking a moment for gratitude for yourself for doing this practice today, taking some time for you. If you had a focus in mind at the start of your practice, you can bring it back to the front of the mind now. Hands float through center. Chin draws down towards the chest, softly opening the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for a shoulder opener practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon. Namaste.